Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a filing from Bridge Investment Group. And let me tell you, this one's got more twists and turns than a real estate deal gone wrong. It involves mergers, agreements, and enough legal jargon to make your head spin. But fear not, we're here to decode it all for you in plain English. Okay, so on June 17th of 2025, Bridge Investment Group held a special meeting where stockholders, that's just fancy talk for people who own parts of the company, voted on a couple of important things. These things were already laid out in a document they filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, that's the SEC, a month earlier. Before start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can share your opinion. Join the Decoder team. Now, before we get to what they voted for, let's talk about shares. As of May 2nd, 2025, there were about 44.6 million shares of something called Bridge Class A common stock and another 79.1 million shares of Bridge Class B common stock. Now, the trick is these classes aren't the same. The people holding Class A get 1 vote per share and the people with Class B stock get 10 votes for each share. This is important because it means not all owners have the same amount of power. Proposal number 1 was about agreeing to merge with another company. The document that describes the merger, called the Merger Agreement, was between Bridge Investment Group Holdings LLC, Apollo Global Management Inc., and some other companies I will not get into. Basically, this proposal was for stockholders to say yes or no to this merger plan. And guess what? It passed, and now let's see by how much, shall we? Here's where things get interesting. It shows the results of the vote. About 746.2 million votes were in favor of the merger. Only about 1,700 people abstained, which means they didn't vote either way. So the yes votes really won by a lot. The second thing people voted on was whether to allow the meeting to be paused and continued later. This could happen if they needed more votes to get the merger agreement approved, and it also passed. Taking a look to the numbers, there were 745.4 million yes votes, about 68,000 no votes, and close to 87,500 abstentions. So again, the yes votes had it. And the last part is that this whole report was signed off by Jonathan Slager, Chief Executive Officer of Bridge. Now for our take. Bridge seems determined to go through with this merger with Apollo. The stockholders are on board, and they even agreed to extend the meeting if more votes were needed, which shows they were pretty serious about it. The interesting numbers are in the voting results. The massive difference between for and against votes tell us that there was likely very little opposition from within the owners to this deal. That may not always mean it's a good deal. Looking at the structure of the deal, the votes, and the fact that Apollo seems to be buying out Bridge Investment Group, this will likely benefit those holding common stock because large corporations often pay a premium for acquisitions. But what would that premium be? That's unclear to see right now. Alright, that's our breakdown of Bridge Investment Group's special meeting. What's your take on these numbers and what they could mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description, and thanks for watching. See you next time.